Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindelin. My name is Billy Milovanovic, aka Bildo.
And my name is Lindsay Kirkwood, also known as Lindelin.
And this is an offensively funny podcast about drinking wine and chatting life. Hope you enjoy.
Oh, it's a good day today, Bill, for our husbands.
Sure is. Lucky bastards to be married to us.
Right? They're not getting late. Don't get too excited, boys.
They also don't listen. And this is, I mean, if I was to say anything to my husband today, I would be like, this is the time to start listening.
Yeah. First episode to listen to,
Don't
Henry.
listen to the last week's one where we told you all the things we hated.
Because today we're going to be talking about things that we love about our husbands.
Yes.
Not necessarily physically, because I actually didn't write any physical things
his
down.
big dick was the first thing on my list.
Wow. Went right there, eh, Bailey?
Just straight in, guys.
Not to be rude, but he's Asian.
Asians can have big dicks. Big ones.
Can they? Okay. No, we were initially having today's episode as pet peeves about our husbands.
Yeah, but
we thought we hang so much shit on them that we really thought maybe we should do a nice one about them.
Right? As they deserve. Yeah. And also, like, I kind of feel like we have amazing husbands.
We do.
We absolutely have amazing husbands. This is kind of like the standards that husbands should be at.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're very lucky. We are very lucky. Yeah. And then I hear about so many shitty husbands, right? Like, cue the tears.
Seriously.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, there is a new standard, people, and this is it. So let's drink to that.
Wow, that's...
Okay, we're setting you right up, babes.
It's a sad day in our wine world. This is our last Tread Softly wine, rosé. We have loved Tread Softly. We also love Tread Softly. Mm-hmm. They are the type of wine that, like, I think you were saying too, but like I've actually bought them in the bottle shop.
Yes.
Because I genuinely enjoy their wines.
Yes, hands down. Yes.
So this little pretty is rosé from 2021. And just a few little things because they're more than just a great wine. Vegan friendly, naturally lighter in alcohol, depending on the day. Minimal preservatives, sustainably grown with delicate aromas.
Great. And there's also a thing about, I'm going to get this wrong.
You are.
But if you buy like a case of their wines, they plant 10 trees. Was I close?
Well, wine and trees are involved, yes. But to Tread Softly, we plant a native tree every time we sell 6 bottles.
Well, I was close. 10 trees, 1 tree. I was close.
Trees and wine.
Listen, trees and wine, an easy sell, Tread Softly. So
check them out. They're super affordable too. They're like an everyday wine, but actually really good.
Yes, I realize I buy their Pinot Gris a lot, actually.
Oh, yeah, do you?
Yes.
You want to be like me, Pinot Gris, eh?
Well, I just kind of figured if it's good enough for her. Like, surely.
Actually, I'm a Pinot Grigio.
Oh, for goodness sake. You know. Same. One's French, one's Italian. Billy, they're all wine.
Hush your mouth.
Okay. Cheers to me.
Or cheers to Tread Softly. Thank you so much for sponsoring us.
Cheers to Tread Softly. Thank you for sponsoring us.
Why do you have to copy me?
I don't know why she copies me all the time.
It's actually, you sip. No, I was going to say, you're sipping and keeping your mouth shut. It's very peachy looking.
I was going to say that before you shushed me. Yes, very peachy. Ooh, I like. This shouldn't be a rosé. It should be a peachy.
You brought that back up because I was like, that was so lame.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not a rosé fan. I'm not one of those girls that could sip on rosé all day, every day.
No.
This is actually quite nice.
It's a wine.
I don't know if I love it.
Yeah.
Because it is a rosé, but it's nice.
Like, look, I would stick with the Pinot Grigio myself, but certainly, like you said, if you're a rosé or a peachy drinker, by all means.
There's just always something in the rosé.
In the rosé, that's right.
This bitterness, this taste, this
I don't know. Taste in the back of the mouth.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, it's a rosé. Yeah.
Okay, listen. Now that you've done that really wonderful review of this wine.
It's just an honest review.
It's true. I get it. Look, again, we are not Chardonnay or rosé drinkers, but this is beautiful, as is the company. Lindsay, what do you love about your husband? She does this thing where she lets me ramble and I'm like, at some point you just have to cut me off. Otherwise it just keeps going.
But then the entertainment ends and then we're all left here staring at you awkwardly. Okay, so what I love, this is the first one I'm going to start out with.
Let's go.
because obviously we're doing our podcast. It's podcast related.
Right. Okay. I'm like, what?
So with Cameron, I have to a lot of people, I'm rambling, but a lot of people, when we say, oh, we have a podcast, especially when we started out.
Yes.
People are like, oh, cute. That's cute. And then they don't support us, and then they don't even care, and then they forget that we have one. And
yes.
Yada, yada, yada. Which is fine. Everyone, like, you do you.
No, you suck.
Kind of. But Cameron, and I know Henry has been somewhat the same.
No, not really. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right. Cameron has been so supportive.
Yes.
And so not even just supportive, but encouraging. And he doesn't listen to the episodes, but he watches all the reels.
Yes.
He likes everything. He watches the stories. So, it helps with the algorithm, the engagement. Like that actually does help us. Yes. And he genuinely is rooting for us.
Love that.
And he believes in us, which is, I know it sounds a little bit dicky because obviously you should support your partner.
Yes.
But there's, oh, that's cute, babe, support. And there's
yes,
authentic support.
And I shouldn't be a dick. Henry's supportive in a way that he's like, yeah, go do it. Great. Awesome. Well done. But you're right. Cameron is very much on the socials. He will always look at our stuff and follow our stuff. And then he'll make comments about it. And every time I'm here, he always is like, oh, so how's it all going? Like he's genuinely interested. Henry, I don't think Henry understands really what's happening here. And I guess it's just best if we don't tell him.
Right. Oh, awkward.
Especially with the reel we posted this week. I've had so many comments, people being like, does Henry listen to your podcast? And I'm like, well.
Even when we came over, because Billy invited us over, the whole family the other day, which never happens.
Never, literally twice.
And I brought up the tank top.
Yes.
But he took it back to how you sleep with it on your eyes. Because I made a funny joke about oh my God, Billy and her tank top on her eyes when she has sex.
Yes.
Sometimes
I like to make full eye contact while I'm orgasming.
Gross. And he made a comment about with you sleeping it on. Yes. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to walk away. I'm not going to even, because I don't know if I'm going to get Billy in trouble.
I don't want to be the one.
I don't want him to know that I know that Billy does that.
Well, also because the first few episodes we kind of released, it was if you go back and listen to some of our first season stuff, it's full on. I think we had said everything there is to say about our bedroom, sex lives, all that sort of stuff. I think we were a lot more open about it. Nowadays we've just kind of run out of things to tell you about. But I back then I think it used to upset him a little bit that he was like, I don't. Because he's part of the conversation when he doesn't even know kind of thing. So I think it was a little bit of a tricky time.
Do you remember?
So that's when he was just like, you know what, you do you. Yeah. I'm not going to listen to any of it because I don't want it to upset me and I don't want it to upset you. So I'm like, great, done.
Perfect.
And here I am being like, guys, I have to hold on when I have sex.
Well, I wear a tank top. I don't know how you know where to hold on if you have a tank top. Okay. Well, where's your list? Why don't you have your phone?
It's all in here, baby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I just saw the top of my list and so I don't have to refer to it now. Can I tell you the one thing I like, I love lots of things about my husband. The top thing I think that's up there for me is that this sounds stupid, that he makes me do stuff that I don't want to do. And I don't mean
with the tank top?
He's not choking me with it. No. Yeah. He just encourages me to step outside of myself.
Okay.
Because for someone who can be very hermity,
yep.
I would quite happily live. Frank, not the time.
Every day.
It's the postman. It's
I know.
the same time. We actually need to start working around the postman.
Yeah, we do.
He will take me places. He will his fishing. He'll put me on a boat and I'll see things that I've never even imagined I would see.
Yeah.
So I think through him, I've experienced so much stuff
that
I never would have experienced because I'm such a homebody. I will stay at home. I won't leave the house if I don't have to. I could easily live on the top of a mountain if somebody just delivered food to me.
Yeah.
But with him, it's I get to step out of my shell and experience things that I literally would never do.
Yeah, that's cute.
I love that.
Does he make you go fishing? Are these?
He does make me. Yeah. He doesn't make me go fishing. It's almost heavily encouraged that I go. But hand on heart, every time I go, we have a blast. I know, Frank, please.
You're annoying me.
Yeah, we when he does strongly encourage me to go, I love it. It's so fun. I wouldn't go every week, and I think we're both aware of that. But it's so it's honestly being on a boat in amongst water. We drove through birds one time. Birds feeding in the thing, you can just drive straight through them. It's not very nice for them. They're probably boat.
Yeah.
But you just see things that you're I would never have experienced that in my life. You know what I mean? It's incredible. So anyway, love you, hen. Thanks for taking me fishing. Not all the time.
boring.
Hikes and stuff.
Right,
like
hikes.
places.
Ew.
Like, it's the same.
Yeah.
But then you do it and you feel so good.
No,
I
you
love
don't.
it.
No, you don't.
Sex stuff. Let's go. I mean,
Okay.
like there's half of shit I would never have tried. Are you kidding me? And then some stuff I actually even enjoy. Who knows? He gets me to step outside of my shell. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when my eyes are covered, he can do whatever he wants. Like it's all.
I was just going to make a comment like that. But I thought this is your story. I'm going to let you roll with it.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Well,
what?
No, it is a very good, like put jokes aside, it is good to have somebody to
You
get
need to
out
have
of
that yin
your-
and yang, don't you?
Oh, totally. Cameron and I are 100%
Yeah.
like, 100%.
Because imagine if you had like two of me, we would just be fat fucking slobs.
Like you and Henry.
No, two of me.
Right.
Like if there was if I had a husband like me.
That's what I mean. Like if Henry was a you. Yeah.
Yes.
Two
Ew,
fat
that would be,
slobs.
we would be fat slobs ordering food in all the time, never leaving the house. It would be a miserable scene. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you could be happy eating your KFC.
Mm.
Okay. This is like a funny one because the other night, it's been so cold here. We're in Queensland. It's winter.
Yes. Yeah, right? It's like
only
10
20
degrees.
10? Right now it's like 20. But yes, in the mornings and nights,
Yes.
it gets quite chilly.
Freezing.
So it was actually in the morning time. Oh, it must have been on the weekend because all of us were in bed, all the kids and stuff. And Cameron had freezing hands. I'm like, don't you fucking touch me with your bare hands. Like,
My love.
right? I hate that. But he always will let me put my hand, like cold hands and feet on him to warm them up.
Oh, I love it when
that's
husbands do
cute,
that.
right?
I love it when husbands do that.
Like I'll murder him if he touches me.
Straight up, I will cut his hands off.
100%.
Yeah.
But I have no problem putting my cold hands
Oh,
and
I
feet
love
on
that.
him.
I actually love it's the double standard is actually really awful, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
There is so much stuff that we expect from men, but then when they, like if we were to do it to them, or
No way.
something- Oh, no way.
Absolutely not. Like I actually gets angry.
She gets angry. Okay. My next thing is my husband is so kind to me. Now,
Ew, where's the barf bucket?
you'll often notice that we talk about like me and Cameron being very similar and Henry and Lindsay
Yes.
being very similar. I can say this is where I draw the line between Henry and Lindsay because
Oh.
when I'm
What am I not kind to you?
at my like lowest and saddest, Henry's the kind of guy who will just be like, oh my God, like he will envelop me with his love. Lindsay will be like, suck it up. Meh. Be better.
Oh my God, Cameron says the same thing about
Right
me.
now, and I love that about Lindsay because it's tough love, right? There's a point where you are like, you know what, you just need to fucking have a cup of concrete and woman the fuck up. Whereas Henry is very much like, what can I do? Like, what can I do to help you, like to make you feel better, to make you happy? Like, how can I? And he will surround me in that love. He will surround me in whatever I need in that time. If I need time away from the kids or something, or, if it's all too much, he'll take them away and he'll do whatever. If the house needs to be cleaned, he'll clean the house. Like, he's very... Like, he's not very, like, I mean, he's a man after all. Let's all calm down. He's a dude. So he can't, like, pick up on things. He can't, like, read the room necessarily.
Right.
But if he's told what's in the room and how heavy the room has become.
Or how small.
How small the room has become.
yeah.
He will do his best to uplift the mood. Or like when I'm really sad or cranky or anxious or anything, he's the one who's really chirpy and whatever. He kind of just is very good at, like, actually like loving me and caring for me
and offsetting the issues that you might be having at the current time and
totally
stuff. Yeah.
And you can imagine for that that really long period of anxiety that I had, he kept the fucking fort so tight. He kept it so tight. Now when Henry gets a little bit pissy, I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? You know what I mean?
100%. I'll make comments like, you're in a fucking mood.
Right?
If he, number one, if he were to say that to me, I would cut his throat. Number two, he would be saying that to me all day, every day.
Yes.
Like I think the important thing is at least we recognize it and we praise them for putting up with it because.
Well, we do now. Normally our episodes are a little bit.
Yeah. Like we'll do it today and then not
for another 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. When we have an episode similar. Because it's so true. The double standards with that, right?
It's awful.
Yeah.
Like I said that to him the other day. I'm like, oh, you've been a bit moody today. And he was like, no, I wasn't. Like, I was just trying to get the kids to brush their teeth. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, I was just,
And could you imagine if he
Oh my God. If he was to say, and he, actually that Friday when I flipped and ended up getting my diary and my life sorted, it's been 2 weeks. Everything's been going great. That day he was like, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
And he gave me a little bit of attitude and that's what set me off and sent me to the park crying because I'm like, you can't be mad at me, and giving me attitude. But then I was like, actually, I just needed to pull my head in.
Yeah, and I think it's like he doesn't need to be a pussy about it. He needs to stand up to you too and be like, fucking bitch, calm the fuck down. Like,
totally.
Who are you? Like, I don't need to deal with it. The girls don't need to deal with it. So you do need to pull your head in.
Totally.
And someone to make you pull your head in.
And that's the thing to him. He's like, I don't want my kids going to school like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, well, they're my kids too.
Yeah. All right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that kindness. Anyway,
let's
should we break it up?
We can all have the image of Billy crying in the park because her husband said, "What's
Asked
your problem?"
her not to be a fucking mom,
right? So how many tissues did you use in the park? Like, was it a big ball fest? I need to know.
I actually didn't have any, so my clothes were really wet by the end of it.
Okay.
So what? You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Oh, it's tit for tat. All right. Well, this is kind of like it's kind of a materialistic thing that I love about Cameron.
Right.
Okay. So I love changing things, and I've talked about this before, but I love changing things up in my house. Mm-hmm. I'm not a mad online shopper, but I do tend to shop a bit, but I don't like go to like super expensive stores, you know, like
we've all seen your bag. It's fine.
I have one expensive bag, for God's sakes. But he never judges. He never gets at me. He never, like, we never fight about money. He doesn't, this is going to sound really dumb. He knows that shopping in like home decor brings me joy, and he never brings me down.
Totally. Well, it does. I actually think what it is that he doesn't hold money over you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good way of putting it.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a big thing in a lot of couples is that if the mum is staying at home looking after the kids
to
and
make that point.
Husband is working, somehow he lords that over her.
Yes.
Like, motherfucker, if you want to start lording shit over, then make your own fucking dinner.
Because that's,
you know what I mean? Like,
and I can understand how some situations could get to that.
Yeah.
But that's a good point. Well, it's a point I forgot to make. With me being a stay-at-home mom, like I could feel, sometimes I've gone through periods where I'm like, oh fuck, like I kind of feel a little bit guilty because I'm not bringing anything in. But then I'm like, well, Cameron never makes, I think there's been one moment in our marriage where it was like, oh shit. And that was last year, right before Van was going to start school this year.
Right, yes.
It was like, oh shit, with all three of my kids in school.
Like, am I expected to work
Should I go back to work? Like, what's Cameron expecting and thinking? Yeah. So there was a moment, and then we have a conversation about it, and it's fine. Communication.
It worked out fine. She got a job at the tuck shop.
1 day a week, guys. 6 whole hours. I'm exhausted. So I know it kind of sounds like a materialistic thing, but it's more than that. Like I so appreciate. Oh God, why am I so much? I so appreciate him. I know, God.
We love you, Cameron. How are you too?
No, but when you think about it, like it's really important.
Yes.
To be like, to marry, oh God, I'm using the wrong words. For us to work so well together.
Yes.
Right? Like
1000%.
We each have our like roles in the family, and like we support each other 100%. And it works. Like nobody holds anything against anyone, because I think it's really tricky.
That's the important part. You don't hold anything over anybody else or hold it against them. And that's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah. I think
it's a hard thing to do, especially if you come from a family that's, you know, I don't know, where the man has worked traditionally and the woman hasn't. And, you know, like it just depends on how you grew up. Yeah. I think that's one of the other things I appreciate about Henry. Segue. Yeah. Right. Is that his dad was very much he was a chef, so he worked a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Henry's dad growing up was a chef, and so he would work nights and stuff, and so mum would obviously be the one looking after them during the day when they went to school while he slept, and then at night obviously he would be away. And so he's grown up in that very traditional, like mum is the homemaker and then dad is the worker. And it took us a long time once we had kids to work out who's who in the fucking zoo now, because I very much, my mum was a career woman. She, you know, she was a dentist. She had her own thing going on. You know, she obviously looked after us, but it was quite, you know, I wouldn't say equal, but she was very much like no, I have my own career. So I didn't grow up like that. So I think he has done an incredible job at fucking just manning up and like being a good family man and like being the nappy changer and being like, it was always very equal in our house. Probably because I feel very like unjust when, you know, things are too heavy on my scale. Right. Whereas I'll be like, no, you need to do more of this and that. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and he does it.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
It was never this thing where I had to pull his teeth to be like, you need to wash the dishes because the dishes are there every day. Like it was just like, he's just like, okay, I'm an adult. Like this is what needs to be done. Let's fucking do it. So I love that he's never really made a problem out of actually just being like a good family man, like a good family human.
Both of the guys, we have to touch base on this. Both of them are such good dads.
Amazing dads.
Like, I actually can't fault Cameron.
Yep.
The only thing,
found it.
No, the only fault, literally the only fault is that with his work schedule, he can't go and watch the kids and the only reason why this is in the front of my head is because Ada had her dance, like watching week last night, and Cameron just couldn't go and watch. Like he was too busy at work. So that would be the only fault, but that's not really faulting him. That's because of his career.
Do you want to live this fancy lifestyle and buy your pretty bags? You know what I'm saying?
One bag, people. One.
No, but that's the thing. If he could have gone, he would have.
And he felt horrible.
Right?
He felt horrible that he couldn't
Like
go.
if we left him here, it's these gaming boys that I don't like. It's like if we had left them and they're gaming on their fucking whatever, I don't know what they're called, Wii games, whatever, Xboxes and shit. Like if you leave your husband playing his Xbox while your kid has a viewing, or that's the sort of thing that I'm like,
Oh no.
And so many of them do it. Mm-hmm. Be better.
Mm-hmm. Be better.
Yeah. Our husbands don't.
Do you know what else? So Cameron was at the reason why he couldn't go to watch Ada. He had a dinner with his big boss, and because it was state of origin here, right?
Right. Go Queensland. We won.
We won.
Duh.
Yeah.
Pretty much any year you listen to this, the result will be the same. So we won. Oh, New South. Anyway, that's not what we were talking about. Go on.
So he was going to be out last night, so I got to watch the Kardashians. Right. Yay! When he wasn't here, but through the day, in the morning, he was saying to me, "Oh, what are you going to do today?" Blah blah. And I had like a really free day yesterday, so I was going to eat nachos and watch the Kardashians.
Sounds amazing,
right? And so I told him that, but he didn't judge me. Now, like some husbands would be like, "Really? That you're gonna?"
Some husbands would. You would. 100%. That's true. I think for the husbands that kind of expect a certain thing in the house, totally. There would be so many of them that would be like, "Bitch, do something."
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, have fun." Like obviously, I vacuumed still and did laundry. Like I still
naturally.
did chores. Yeah.
Have you seen this place? She does her stuff, guys. But it's true. And it's funny because we've talked about this before, organized. Like when the husband started working from home and you always kind of feel like you can't just relax because you always have to be like, "Oh, I'm dusting, hun," which I never do anyway. So he would actually probably think I'm sick if he started seeing me dust. He'd be like, "What's wrong?"
What's happened?
Yeah, but you're right. Like you should be able to be relaxed around your husband. You should be able to have a time when you're like, "Fuck, I'm just going to put my feet up and do nothing."
I'm going to watch. I feel like I'm sinking into my couch.
We're just getting so comfortable with our love. With our love for our lovely husbands.
How many times have I gotten more? Like maybe I'm perimenopause.
This is literally the third week in a row where you've almost cried.
I know.
Really? Yeah.
See, I know. It's ridiculous. And now I'm getting hot. See, maybe I am off the shoulder. I'm trying to be sexy. We're getting sexy.
I tried to take my jacket off before, but my arms weren't up to par, so I had to put it back on. Anyway, what does Henry do? He's staying on the dad. Is it your turn or mine? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
Let's go. It's mine. Let's talk about the dad thing because
yes, Amor.
I love that Henry does the homework.
Oh, okay.
He does the homework. Yep. He is
the homework.
Now, I have a preppy. She's basically just reading, but he will sit with her dutifully every single night and he will go through her little words.
Yeah.
And then with Eve, whatever.
Maybe you should do some.
Okay. Mad, hat, pap, pip. Fine. Eve has sentences to write every night and she's got actual homework. So he will always make sure she gets that done. And it's just that moment where he's like present with them. Yeah. Where he just gives them their time. But then also make sure it gets done because I'm busy, you guys. And I spend all day at school. The last thing I want to kind of do is sit down and do that stuff. I love my children. Yeah. We all do. But it's a very tedious thing to do.
Oh, for sure.
And that's kind of his time with them. And I love that he is so present with them to do that.
No, it's cute and it's a win-win for everyone because the homework gets done. They're spending one-on-one time with dad. My kids don't need help with their homework. I'm just saying.
Well, your kids,
I'm going to be one of those moms that everybody hates.
Doing their own dishes when they were 2, so it's like she raises them independently.
Literally, it's so good. I check it, but I have to say, Cameron is like I've tapped out of Bane's homework. He's in grade 4. Grade 4 math is not like what we learned. No. Or even what you learned. I know I'm much older.
No, yeah.
It is fucking ridiculous, people. Like, I don't know what the world is coming to, but that each year they just keep like heightening the expectations and what they need to learn. It is crazy. Even Cameron, who is a math freak.
Yes, I've seen the things he reads.
I know, and the charts and the
charts, they're like this thick and
He's in the development world. It's all numbers and like all that kind of stuff. But like he even had to Google and YouTube what this question, like what you had to do. So I've fully tapped out of Bane's homework. I'm like, if you don't know an answer, just wait for your dad.
Just Google it.
Even Googling, I get so confused. Like,
so
what is
true.
happening to the world? What is happening?
I had to Google what a protractor is the other day. I couldn't remember what that was.
Is that the no.
Yeah, the half?
Yeah.
Yes. I seriously was like, and then they were talking about like obtuse angles and acute angles.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
So I had to Google it.
Me.
Yes.
No,
I know now, but.
And so that was for grade 2 math?
No, grade 5 and 6.
Oh, right.
No, because I'm doing the teacher rating business.
Right. I thought you were talking about Eve.
No. Because then I'm like, I help kids do stuff. I don't know who let me do that.
I don't know.
But then they're doing all this stuff and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck any of this means. I have to Google it. Anyway.
I don't know. Okay, this one is a bit sexual.
I was going to say, I'm going to end it with a sexy note, so go on.
Well, sexy, that's just it. Like, sometimes I'm baffled at how hot Cameron thinks I am. You know, it's really, I know that sounds really sad because, right? Is that what you were going to say? Yes.
No, that's not my thing.
Oh.
But I feel that deep in my bones. I'm like,
Right?
I'm so fucking goofy looking.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not.
No, I am. And I'm
You're
starting,
not-
like,
yeah.
the older I get, the more gremlin-y I get. And it's just so, you know, but he just...
Yeah. They don't see the gremlin
They don't
nose.
see
They
it.
don't
They love
see
us.
the front bum. They don't like it. They don't care.
They don't care.
And like Cameron genuinely is attracted to me
Yes.
and loves me and comments all the time. And like, it's so sweet, you know, and that's what you want. But
and that's what you should give back to them, right?
I should, and I do.
I've been doing a little bit more of
A little
that.
bit. I mean, I don't grope him the way he gropes me, but
I've been groping more. I
Oh.
feel like I'm better with my hands than I am with my mouth. Because
Slutty.
God knows nobody needs to. Oh no, I can
verbally or
do
like
that.
yeah,
That's fine.
Oh, right.
Verbally, I just say dumb
Wait,
things.
do you? Well, you do, but do you have the tank top on or off your eyes?
Excuse me, hon. I'm just gonna put this on while I. Oh, where is it?
Wow, zoom in
Yeah.
on that image.
Yeah.
Hot.
No, it's true. I think to myself that all the time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like the funniest fucking looking person. And
You're
no,
not,
I'm not. But to
though.
me, I feel good.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like
yes.
I'm not one of those like.
No, we're not glamorous, good-looking girls.
No.
No.
No,
We're not
far from it.
hot.
And also,
truck
though, but when I
girls,
think
yeah.
about it from where I came from, like how what I looked like when I was younger,
We've all seen the photos.
I feel like I've come leaps and bounds. Like I look way better now.
Oh, for sure. Like I should get the one photo. I think I was in grade either 3 or 5. I can't remember, but it was fucking hideous.
Yeah.
Like
It was not good looking.
it hideous. Oh my God, Billy
Do
Ray
tell.
Cyrus mullet.
Oh,
Not only
You
was
had a
it a
fucking
mullet, it was permed.
Get me that photo,
I need to get it. We
Get
will
me that
post it
photo.
because it is
please.
embarrassing as fuck, but so
I have
funny.
so many great photos from when I
Yeah.
was a kid. Anyway,
I'll
the point
find
is
one.
like
Yeah.
we look so much better now that it's like
Yeah. It's just nice that your husband, after so many years,
Yes.
finds this attractive. And not
Yes.
just, sorry to cut you up, not just to get in our pants. Like they genuinely think
Yes.
we're attractive because like I'm sure there's marriages out there where they're like, oh yeah.
oh totally. Like I actually, and Henry says this to me all the time. He's like, you should actually be happy that I still find you attractive. Like you should be like
Bitch,
all this
you should
groping-
find yourself happy.
Well, right, like all this groping and stuff, you
Yeah.
know, like I'd complain about it, but he was like, but that's because I love
Yeah.
you and I want to,
Yeah.
touch, like, you know, like, and then there's times when he stops touching me for a while and I'm like, oh my God, he's cheating. Oh my
I'm
God.
like, yes.
You know?
Or what's even funny, like, okay, so if you've got perky tits, you don't know about this, but like if you're old.
I had them about 20 years ago.
I
if
did not.
that.
I never did. But like if you're laying in bed in the morning, no bra on, and you're on your side, like one boob's going to feel good. The boob down here, it's like, where is it? It's under your armpit, right?
It's not a boob. It's almost just like a flat piece of skin that just like.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Cameron will be like fondling me. I'm like, oh, can you touch this boob? Like this one's ugly. You know, like where is it? And he's like, yeah, but it's my boob. You know,
Oh
but
my
I don't care.
God,
I'm like, oh,
cute.
still, just touch the perky one instead.
This one looks so good, Cameron.
Right? And you're
Right?
like, yeah, touch that
like,
one.
touch it,
It's
yeah.
like, you know, it's got no place to go because you're balancing it on
Yes.
top. Anyways.
Okay, well, I'll wrap it up with saying
Oh, yeah, what's your
that-
sex one?
Well, I just like love how keen Henry is to please me.
Right. Oh, right. Like for you to orgasm.
Yeah, just
Okay,
not even
yeah.
to orgasm, but
Uh-huh.
like to enjoy the whole experience.
Right. Okay, cute.
Because again, the thing is, like, we could be starfishing, right? And I starfished for many years.
Yeah.
I certainly went through a bit of a stage. But like, I think he actually just like genuinely wants me to enjoy the ride.
Literally? Yeah.
I don't know what he if he knows how I feel when I'm up on top. but that's not for my pleasure anyway. Like when I'm on top for my pleasure,
Yeah.
it's a different vibe.
Right.
You know. Anyway, it's just cool. Like he gets me again to try different things. Not like nothing too weird.
Bananas,
But-
cucumbers involved? Tell us. Carrots?
No,
Wieners?
not recently. A
Don't-
few candles maybe.
Yeah.
You are the one who asked. I don't understand. Like, you ask me these things and then I give you the answer and then you trip out. Like, you wanted to know. Anyway.
Did I?
There's candles all over the place.
Candles? Like skinny candles or big fat ones?
Moody. Oh,
Right.
the big ones.
Ew.
Ew, Lindsay.
Loose bitch. We
Anyway,
need to
I'm just,
wrap it around.
she is now. Didn't we talk about that today? How loosey-goosey I've become. Anyway, I just love that my husband still like actively
Yes.
tries to make me happy, whether it's
Of
in the
course,
bedroom, whether
yeah.
it's outside the bedroom. Our husbands are amazing.
They are.
Everybody should have one like this.
They should have, and I was going to say a Cameron and a Henry. No, a
Nope.
Henry and a Cameron.
Yeah, well, actually, kind of Henry, kind of Cameron.
Yeah, it's
you
so
know what I'm saying?
confusing. Yeah.
Anyway, if your husband is shit, be better.
We're sorry.
Get them to listen to this episode because this is what is expected of husbands these days. So,
In all honesty, we do.
In all honesty.
We're so lucky.
so lucky. Cheers to that. That was a good one. Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lindelin. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.
We're not putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end.
Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah, go on.
okay. Chat soon.